Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my latest video. Today I have another thrift store haul. Again, this is kind of a combination of a few different thrift stores that I visited over a 2-week period. And so I just wanted to share those with you guys. And when I stopped at the thrift stores, one of them, the white tags were on sale for half off. Another one of them, the pink tags were half off. I think those are the only ones that I got half off this time around. And I do have paper crafting stuff to share with you guys in this haul. Also kind of some random craft stuff and some fabric and lace, and then also some organization stuff again to share with you at the very end. And so I'm going to start off with paper crafting. I did find these Prima flowers. There are some beautiful little mint green colors, and these ones were only 50 cents because the white tags were 50% off. So I got these for 50 cents. And I think they had these ones, they sell similar ones at Hobby Lobby. So I mean, original price was $5 on these. So to get those for 50 cents, I think that's a great deal. And this one was one of the pink tags that was half off, and this one was $6. But if you look up in the corner, these are the old style of Sizzix dies, the AccuCut machine. But what I liked about this one is here's the die right here, and you can kind of see, I did open it up to, here's how it cuts, just to show you how it cuts. And I thought these would be fun. I know that there's like specimen, I do have like a specimen slide cutting die, but I didn't have like a rectangle one. And so this one would be fun to be able to slip in like a photograph or a scrapbooking image, something like that. See, I do have a scrap piece of paper here on my desk. So, you know, you could do something like that. And then you could make it a tag so then you could still pull it out. And so I thought this was a really fun die. I'd never seen it before. I do know that these red ones are really old. But, so, you know, like I said, original price was $6 and I paid $3 for that one. And if for some reason someone's interested in this one, I'll just hold up the number right there. I think it's called Cuts, and then that's the number. And it was a Sizzix die. Again, you'd probably only be able to find this one, I think, like off of eBay or rummage sales like that, you know, places like that, or a D-stash. Also, that same store, I picked up this one for $4, but again, it was half off, so it was $2. It's a Stampin' Up! One called Calming Camellia. And I really liked a couple of the sentiments. Like, you make me smile. It's the little things that make life great. I love being your friend. Those were probably the ones that stood out to me the most. I do have other happy birthday ones and, you know, different ones like that. But I just thought it'd be fun to add to my collection. And it looks like it may be only a couple of the pieces were used and the rest are brand new in there. So I figured that was a pretty good deal for $2 for that set. The store did have a ton of other rubber stamps from Stampin' Up!, but I chose not to purchase any of the other ones. The only other stamp set then that I purchased there, again for half off, this one was $3, so I got this one for $1.50. I like this one, just the random different pieces, you know, the little label piece. I like the number. There was, you know, the days of the week. And I like this little number border strip right here. It would go this way, but I like that. I also like this one that said number 5 on it. So there's quite a few on here that I could see myself using. A couple different steampunk ones also. And then this one's a postage stamp, the border of this one. So you could take out the bike and then just use the border of this postage stamp one, which I also liked that idea too. So that's how we'll use this one. I think the bike is part of it, but I'm going to go ahead and cut out the bike. which I do that sometimes on my unmounteds. If you don't like part of it, you can always cut it apart and just use the parts that you need to. So that's what I'm going to do with that postage stamp one. I also found at that same thrift store, and the thrift store is Dakota Boys Ranch. I don't know if those are available in other towns and cities, but one of the towns that I go visit, which is in Fargo, North Dakota, they have like 3 or 4 of these Dakota Boys Ranches kind of spread throughout Fargo, so I usually hit up a couple of them. But this one had this Wonder tape. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's heat resistant, so like you can put like embossing powder on it. It's double stick tape. It's really strong adhesive, so and I know it's expensive, but this one again was only 50 cents because it was half off. They had 99 cents on there, and they actually had it in the home repair section, which is kind of interesting. But it is craft tape, and I think they call it Wonder tape or red line tape. I have a little bit of it left here from a long time ago sitting on my desk, and I was pretty much out of it. You can see I just have a little bit left of it, so to be able to find it, another whole roll for 50 cents was an awesome deal. And then also I found this one for half off, so it was $3 originally, $2.99, and it's a whole ream of purple cardstock, and the brand is Color Mates brand, and this is called Deep Lovely Lilac color. So I just couldn't pass up. I probably have enough purple cardstock, but I just couldn't pass it up for a pack of 100 pieces of cardstock for half off, so for $1.50. So here's the next items I would love to share with you guys. This is kind of for the fabric and linen and lace crafters. And I found a ton of doilies to share with you guys. The one store charges, they're a quarter for smaller ones, 50 cents for medium, and then the price goes up to like $1.25. So a couple of these I picked up there, and then the rest all were at another two other different thrift stores, but they had price tags on them. So here's the first one that I picked up, and I think I paid 50 cents for this one. So pretty good size, and it looks like it has like little butterflies. I have a few other like round ones. This one's more rectangle, but I have some round ones that are a similar pattern. So I ended up with 2 of those, and like I said, they were 50 cents each. I did find a Battenberg one. This one was a quarter. I love it when I can find these. I also found these at the thrift store, and she charged me a quarter for these ones. I thought these ones were really pretty. I think these ones would be perfect if you wrap them over a bag for a bag topper and then do some layering on them. But they're gorgeous little doilies, and they had 2 of them. And then this is more of like maybe a placemat with some cut work on it. This one I paid $1. I paid regular price for this one, but I like this one. And like I said, it just has like a crochet edge to it and some cut work on it. So, and then again at that one thrift store, white tags were half off. So believe it or not, I got this one for a quarter. Just the little pieces on that one. I thought that one was really fun. This one also was a quarter, and I got 2 for a quarter because they were attached. And I do have a few already this size in my stash. I like these ones. These ones are perfect size for like a little wall hanging or a very large sized ornament. Also, if you can get enough of these, they also are really nice to make doily books out of for that size. If you can get them the, you know, the roughly the 5-inch size. And this one's slightly smaller. And I think I probably have a couple already in my stash that look like that one also. But for a quarter, I picked those up. And this one was a set of 3. And again, for 50 cents. I really liked the one on the back side, which is, you know, a round one. It looks like they have the little butterflies right here, the butterfly shape. on that one. So I mainly got it for that. And then the other two that came with it are this one, which kind of has some rainbow colors on the side of it. And then this one's more pastel colors. This one was, I ended up paying a quarter. See, that one was originally 50 cents, but I paid a quarter for that one. I think that's the front side of it. Again, this one had two of them, and I was mainly picking it up for the one on the back side. This one was 50 cents originally, and I paid a quarter for it. And then as a little bonus, I just ended up with this green one. It looks like this one does have some damage to it. So this one probably would be a good one to cut up. So I got those. Let's see the next couple. This one is 2 pieces. Original price was $1 and I paid 50 cents. And then this one's a bit longer. This one was $2, but I paid $1. And this one looks like there's some staining, so I'm going to see if I can get that out. Otherwise, I will tea dye it. But kind of a nice little table runner on this one, and it's quite large, as you can see. I can't get it all in camera, but right now I have it folded in half. So that's how long that one is. And then I couldn't pass these up because that's hand embroidery. This one was in pretty good quality, and it was nice and clean for a vintage piece. So this one's hand embroidered, and this one was 50 cents, this top one. And it looks like they might have tatted around the sides and crocheted on. I'm not quite sure on that, but it looks more like tatting, or it could be some sort of crochet work, but a little bit of a small table runner on that one, but I thought that was beautiful. And this one kind of matches it, and there was 2 of these. And the original price on this one was $1, so I paid 50 cents for it. And very nice embroidery on it. Whoever originally did it, had some really nice stitching, because that's the back side of it. And then I had 2 more in this sector, and I know one of them's a little damaged and one of them is fine. But both of these, this one was 2 pieces and they charged me $2. This is the ones that was the little bit better quality, I think this one was. I'm not 100% sold on the middle color. It's kind of a peachy orange color, but I did like the doily part of it, so I could always cut it up. But for $1, I couldn't pass it up just for this part of it. The top one, I think, is more what I would call like a placemat size. This one is. And this one was a longer, little bit of a table runner, but not quite as long as some, but pretty good size. This one had the hole in the middle of that one, so I wouldn't really feel too guilty about cutting this one up, just because I don't think that can be repaired. So that was the 2-piece one that was a little bit of damage. And then this one I think was in great condition, and this one was $2, but again 50% off, so I got it for $1. And this one was a little bit longer. This is folded in half on this one, but I could not find any damage on this one. So I thought I did pretty good on the doilies this time around. And then I wanted to share this package that, again, I got 50% off. So it was originally $3.99, so I got it for $2. And there was a couple things in here I had my eye on, and a couple things I'm not so sure about. I'm not so sure about if I'll use it. I'll hold it in my stash for a little while, but I don't use a lot of laces like this. Maybe I could use it in a Halloween journal, so I'll hold on to it for a bit. But that's some gathered lace, and there's quite a bit in there. I mean, it's over a yard. They just have it rolled into a ball, so I'm not going to open that one up. And they had this trim here. It's kind of a nice olive green color. And I can use this either when I finally get going on my boho journals, or I could also maybe see using this a little bit on a vintage journal too, hanging off the bottom of a page or two, or the book cover. And then there was a big pile of lace, and when I originally bought it, I couldn't see that there was yellow lace in there, so that was kind of a surprise when I opened it up and I started looking to see what I actually got. So again, that whole bag was $2, and I mainly bought it was because of all this white lace down here. Just when I do different projects and I cut up lace, it's always good to have, you know, lace on hand. This one did have some gray lace, which I don't have any gray lace in my stash, so it was a pretty decent size, you know, kind of a basic lace, but I don't have any gray, so that'll be nice to add to my stash. This was more of kind of a sheer material, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it's actually spider web, so I thought it'd be fun to hold on to this one for Halloween and maybe use it on a journal cover somehow. And then I came across this white. There's a few different pieces of this white one in there. Some of them have been cut and some of them have not been cut. And it's kind of interesting. Some of them just been cut like a small little square out of them. But here was this one. And this would be the type of lace that you buy by the yard. And so I think this one was maybe about a half a yard. I think I measured that one. There was also some kind of remnants of this black lace. You can see how wide it is, but it's still quite a bit there to play with. This is more of that type of like what I would call like curtain material. And this one actually looked like maybe it was used for like a Christmas project or something, because there's little bells on it and wreaths and stuff. So I'll put this with my Christmas stash. And then here was the one that I didn't realize was in there. Can't say that I have any yellow lace in my stash like this. But if I do some sort of brighter colored project, I now have yellow lace to play with in my stash. And more of that white lace. This one has been cut out of a little bit, but that same one that I showed you at the beginning. And same with this one. This one has a little bit cut out of it too. Here is a little bit bigger panel on this one. And then another piece of it. And then again, this one like a tablecloth type lace. And then same with the fabric and lace, I did end up with these. And again, these were half off because they had the pink tags on them. And so they both were $4 originally, so I spent $2 on this one and $2 on this one. And this is that canvas material. And it looked very pristine, so, you know, not dirty at all, which I love when you can find clean items at the thrift store. But they were each 2 yards, so I got quite a bit for the $2 price range of these ones. And I thought this was a beautiful, like, kind of almost a Tiffany blue. It's kind of between a Tiffany blue and like a minty green color, so a very pretty color. Then I have a couple of random little crafty things to show you that I found. Again, the pink color tags were half off. So just some vintage wood spools. I love using these in different crafts. And so this one was originally $1.49, so they gave me that for half off, so 75 cents for that. This one also was $2, so I paid $1 for it, and they're 4 little tins. Sometimes I will like punch a hole in the top of these and create little heart ornaments out of these for Christmas. And then this one was, the white tags again were half off at that other thrift store. So I paid $1 for this one. And these ones are like little sew-on rhinestones. And they were just different colors. But these ones were like multicolored. There's clear, there's red, there's green, and there's blue in there. And that's pretty much everything that was in here. So there was quite a few containers that I got for $1. So I thought it'd be nice to have a couple little rhinestones and some other colors in my stash. And again, these ones are the type that you sew on to projects. Next, I wanted to share a couple of organization things that I found. These ones were at a different thrift store and they used the same color tags, but they were not, they just put these ones out. I actually took them out of the cart as they were putting them onto the shelf, but it was $2.99. I was good with that price. And it's a little box. And it does have a little wear. I am going to wash these up and respray paint them so that they look a little bit more of a crisper white color or an off-white color. But I love the little shabby chic flower design in this one. This one also was $2.99 and I thought it was really cute with the little drawers. Again, I'm going to respray paint this one and wash it up because there is some, you know, it's yellowed over time. And then this one also needs a little work, and I'll just use some wood glue to glue this one back in. And if you wanted to on this one, you could hang it on the wall or just set it on top of something, which is probably what I will do. But I did like the look of both of those little kind of shabby chic style ones. I've also been looking for wood crates for some of my craft room organization, and I try to find the wood crates that either have full bottoms or they're pretty close together. There's not huge spaces in the middle of them. Sometimes you find these ones that are made for like CDs, but they're missing the one in the middle, which I avoid those ones, but I do pick up these ones. They are really good for, I'm hoping to put more of my punches in these, and then I like to paint them up and decorate the fronts with numbers or rub-ons. But they also work really good. I've used these also in the past because I've had a couple where I use them for my Sizzix, like the Tim Holtz, the big cut dies. They do work really nice. This one is a little bit different sized, but just to show you, since I had this one, they do fit. If you have the Tim Holtz ones, they do fit in here really nicely and stack up on a shelf. So they're a great, easy, cheap way to organize those. But like I said, I'm looking for them for some of my punches. I also have a few other like plastic boxes in my craft room that I'm slowly replacing out with more wood type ones that I can paint and decorate. So this one, was $2, and at that thrift store I got it for $1 for this crate. Here was the next shelf I picked up, and this one's meant to be hung on the wall like this, and I know you guys can't see the view, but with this part hanging down, but I'm going to use it this way as a little open box in my craft room. And I have one of these already that I picked up at the thrift store that someone had painted white. And so my plan again this summer is to repaint that one because it needs a little of a makeover. But I'm also going to paint this one white. And I have it on one of my shelves, and I've put some of my mismatched ink pads in them. And I have room for one more next to it. And so when I found this one at the thrift store, I had to pick it up. And so I'm going to use it as an open box, just with, you know, a little decorative element. And I haven't decided when I paint it if I'm going to put, you know, maybe some numbers or maybe a fun little like rub-on decal. I haven't decided that. But this one was $4. And I think this was, I bought this at that other thrift store where the pink ones weren't on sale, but the white ones were. And it looks like original price of this one was like $17.99, and it's from Art Minds, which I think that's a Michaels store brand. So I think maybe originally this one might have been at Michaels. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's raw wood, and like I said, normally it would hang up against the wall this way with the scallops being down, but I'm going to turn it around and use it as an open box this way. So I have two more items to share with you, and then I think I'm done with my thrift store haul. So again, another fun little basket. I love little baskets like this in my craft room. They're perfect for putting yarns, and you can put fabric in them also, just miscellaneous things. And this one I paid $4 for. It was $3.99. But I do love it, and I probably, with this one also, I will clean it up, and I think I'm going to give it just a quick little makeover with just some new spray paint on it, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then here's the last one, which is a cute little shelf. And so I'll just put it together for you guys here. I know it'll be kind of tough to see because the view is kind of goofy, but you just open the sides like this when it's sitting straight up, and then they kind of hook into each other. And I have a couple shelves like this already in my craft room, and again, you just set it on top of like one of your dressers or another shelf. And then it has another couple little shelves to store things. You wouldn't want to put anything too heavy on this, but it'd be perfect for stickles or anything that's not quite as heavy. You could put your ink pads on here, like little containers. I just took it apart here. But I could put little containers like this that I have sitting on here full of items. I could set those kind of things on my shelf. So just to give you a couple of ideas, or I could, on the top part, I could stack some of my glue. I'm just looking at what's sitting on my desk right now. So, so yeah, there is that shelf. And this one also was $4 that I picked this one up. I just thought it was kind of, had that little bit of a shabby vintage style to it. So I do love that shelf. So another random little find from the thrift store. And this one, it was $3.99. And I can't remember if I got this one for half off or not, but I'll just show you guys what's in it. And I picked it up because I really liked these little wood tags that were in there. 1, 2, 3. I thought they were adorable. And I have little stuff like this in my craft room hanging for decorative purposes. So I'll just hang these or do something fun with them in my craft room. But then the other random things that I got in there were these self-adhesive numbers, and I will definitely be able to use these on a craft project, such as I have some different wood boxes that once I paint them up, I can do the vinyl like random numbers on them. So I will definitely use these, and these ones I'll hold on to for a bit, but if I don't see any purpose for them, I'll just thrift store these. But these ones again are like some sort of house numbers from somebody, and the only thing I can really think of for using these again is if I attach them to some sort of wood box that I'm using for organization in my craft room. So those were kind of extra in there. I didn't really pick up the package for those, but more so for these two things that were in that package at the thrift store. So again, I just want to thank everybody so much for watching today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.